طيب يا جماعه انا رايح دلوقتي حاليا في الوقت اللي انا ماشي فيه حاليا ده، انا رايح اقابل كريس هاريس واعمل معاه انترفيو في اللاونج بتاعت بورش. هتهته، هريل، يمكن ضربات قلب سريعه، هتلخبط، محدش يتريق. انا متوتر عشان يمكن بالنسبه لكم الراجل ده عادي، انا بالنسبه لي انا شخصيا بشوفه مثلي الاعلى، فكل واحد فيكم بقى يتخيل مين مثله الاعلى في الحياه ويتخيل كده انه هيروح يقابله. شوف بقى ساعتها هيبقى وضعه ايه. توتر شويه، توتر اكتر من انا عملت انترفيوهات في السفريه دي كتير، قابلت هيد اوف ديزاين بي ام دبليو، ناس في هيد اوف ديزاين واكستيريور وانتيريور في ميني، قابلت ناس كتيره يعني ما جاليش الاحساس اللي عندي دلوقتي ده خالص. فايه، مش عايزين تريقه، الهرتله هتحصل، كلام غلط هيتقال، تحتها بص في الورق، مش حافظ حاجه، مش هفتكر حاجه. اديني قلت له I think we're gonna have to shout a little bit because it's
not a problem. Bring it a bit closer.
Yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see here, it's not photoshopped or edited in any way. This is Chris Harris, and I'm sitting next to him. And what I'm about to do, I'm gonna ask him some silly questions, and he kindly agreed to answer these questions. Okay, first question, because I know we're very limited on time. Car passion, when did it all started for you?
I was on a Saturday morning when I was 5 years old. My father had to go into an office building that he was working in on a Saturday morning, and he left me in the car on my own as he went in, and I made some noise, and he ran into a newsagent and he bought a magazine to shut me up, and it was a copy of a car magazine. And I remember I still have the copy of that because I don't know which one it was, but I have a copy of it, and I read it cover to cover, and ever since then I love cars.
Okay. What was your first car, and how excited you were about the prospect of actually driving your very own car?
It was a bit of a nightmare really, because in the UK you pass your driving test when you're 17, but I got a car before that. I got all my money together, bought a Mini, 998cc Mini, so that I was ready to go, and then I failed my driving test, so I couldn't drive it.
Are you one of the most controversial motoring journalists in the world?
No. There's a lot more controversial than me. I just say it as it is. It's not that controversial. What you have to remember is cars are not that serious. Cars are a thing that we love, but they're not that serious. We're not the UN, we're not saving lives, so you can't be that controversial with cars.
Sorry that I'm constantly keeping looking on the answers, the questions, because I have the memory of a fish, so bear with me. You always have a different approach compared to other journalists. Is that what makes you so special in what you do?
I can't really judge whether it's special or not.
No, you are.
But I think what I do have is a very good working relationship with Neil, who I shoot the videos with. We have a very good idea of what we want from a shoot. We know what the audience wants, and we go about it that way. I think where we're lucky is that Neil is very good at getting the shot just right, and I think I'm probably not bad at getting the car with the angles where people want it. So if you combine those two together with some amusing commentary, it's fun.
So what was the moment when everything started to take off for Chris Harris?
Has it? I'm still waiting for it.
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, well,
I can judge that.
Okay, well, at the moment, yeah, I wouldn't mind earning some money from it. I don't know. I think probably when YouTube gave us some money to make videos a few years ago, that changed things. It's exciting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Since I also do videos similar to yours back at my hometown, and since I consider you as a role model for me, as a nice gesture from yourself, can you give me an insight on how do you prepare for a new video review? Do you write a script? Do you just write points and you improvise? How do you do it so brilliantly?
No scripts.
No scripts.
Never a script. You let the car tease out the emotions in you and how you respond to it. I think it's a bad idea just to get in the car and record a piece of camera first. I tend to do all the outside shots with Neil, all the action shots. That's how I learn the feel of the car. Then at the end, after that, I bolt the camera in and I do my talking afterwards, so I have a better feel for the car. I tend to like to have key pieces of information memorised, so you're the same as me, you like cars, so this stuff retains in your memory, whereas I can't remember anyone's name in this room, and I've met half of them, I don't know who they are, but I can't remember their names. But if you tell me that that car's got 381 horsepower, I'll know that in 3 hours time, I'll remember that. So I have the key information in my head, so I have the torque, the power, when it's delivered, the configuration of the engine, the gearbox, the weight, some other key information that basically you need to impart. The rest of it, just get on and do it. And don't always try and talk like you're talking to a friend. Don't present television. We're not in the television business. Just talk to your friend. This thing
makes you so special, but it's not as easy as it sounds, you know?
No, but that's your friend.
Yeah, okay. there's no doubt that you are the YouTube sensation and reference for most of the car enthusiasts around the world. Now that makes it harder for you when deciding to talk out loud about your opinion on the car?
No, it makes it easier. Yeah, just, I mean, as I said, we live in an era when the car industry, their products are not serious. It's, you know, mobility and fun.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing controversial there really. And actually, most cars are really good. Okay, still in some third world countries there are some bad cars, but in Western countries, it's not a question of good and bad cars really. It's a question of which ones you like more. So that makes our job a bit easier because we're in the entertainment industry as much as we are saying what's good and bad. I do come across some bad cars, just not many.
Yeah, okay. You moved along quite fast from a publication to another. Looking back at your marvelous career, what do you consider as the most entertaining days you had?
Oh, Autocar at the beginning was wonderful fun. It was an old-fashioned magazine with good budgets, and we had long stories, great friendships. 4 or 5 of us would get in cars, drive across Europe for a week, have adventures. They were wonderful days. I really miss them.
I remember the video of the Bugatti Veyron and the Audi R8.
Those days. It's a long time ago.
The video production began.
Yeah, I mean, look back now, it looks like a GCSE project. It's terrible, but actually that's where it started, and it was great fun. So I do miss those days. I love working now. We do so much more now. We work so much harder. But I really do miss those days.
Are you aware about the number of fans you have on a global scale, not just in the UK? In Egypt, for instance, you're very popular among car enthusiasts. How do you find that?
I didn't know it.
No, I'm telling you.
Well,
in
it's
Egypt,
great.
in the Middle East as well.
That's great. Well, I think, yeah, I want as big an audience as possible, and it helps that when I get in the sun, I go the correct colour. I don't want to be one of these nasty, pasty white people. So I'm very grateful. I think it's mega. I'm very lucky. Okay, the raw material that I deal with for my entertainment is exciting. People are very kind sometimes about the video. They'll say, for example, the McLaren P1 video was so exciting. Flip it on its head. If you can't make an exciting video out of a McLaren P1, you should just go and roll over and die. Because it's such an exciting car. So I'm very, very lucky that my raw material is brilliant. It's visceral, exciting. It's what people want to see. I just get in the way of it.
Very good. Okay, what's the most enjoyable car you've ever reviewed? A car that stays in your memory. Stayed in your memory.
I think the P1 video was very special because it was very time constrained, and it was. I just didn't think we'd get it done, and we did a great job. Neil did a great job, and when you're having to drift something like that up against a wall, not quite knowing what's going to happen, I finished it thinking we did a great job. This year's GT3 RS video in Weissach, that was special as well. You know, to have them close Weissach for 2 hours for us, they don't do that very often. This was special, so that really sticks in the mind as well.
And what was the car that you were hoping to be a very good car, and then it turned out to be awful?
I had high hopes for the RCF Lexus. I was really disappointed by that. I just didn't really understand what they were doing.
I like the way it looks. It looks way cooler.
That's another thing you learn about. Looks is subjective. No one wants to know what we think about looks.
Yeah, I know.
One people's, Mona Lisa is another man's dog poo. So you have to kind of understand that. So I never comment really on styling, but it was a disappointing car to drive. Most cars are pretty good, you know. I can't think of anything recently I've driven that was really, really disappointing. Let's think of one around here. I really can't.
Yeah,
RCF.
right. RCF again. Okay. What's your dream three-car garage?
Three-car garage?
Yeah.
Does one of them have to be a road car, or can it just be 3 cars I want?
Anything you want.
1958 Lister Costin Coupe that I raced at Goodwood, 59. Porsche 3-litre RS, 74. And then a have to be a rally car of some sort. I'd probably quite like a Lancia 037.
What about road cars? Because
3 road cars.
for Egyptian people, that's hard to fathom.
Okay, for road cars, I would probably want a new Audi RS6, which is just an amazing car. I would also like something sporty, so I'd probably like a Yeah, 40 RS is too expensive now. I have one, but I'd have a 3.8 RS Gen 2, and then I'd also have think of something that's more roadable and more usable. I'd have an S-Class to go around for long journeys.
It's Chris Harris in an S-Class, that's new. What's your highlight on this year's?
That little Honda thing with the motorcycle engine in it is really clever.
The one next to the
MSX? Yeah, that's cool. I really like that a minute ago. I like the Mercedes concept. There's a very low-key VW concept for a Scirocco.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
I thought that looked really good as well.
Very good, yeah.
So all of those concepts look good to me. I like the M6 GT3 car that's tucked away a bit for the new GT3 season. I thought that was clever. The Porsche concept is probably the standout one. We have to be sitting here now, but the Porsche one is a pretty accurate preview of what we're going to get. And if that's what we're going to get, I'm excited.
What do you think about the idea of turbocharging the 911?
I can't judge it till I've driven it. If they do a good job, fine. If they do a bad job, not fine.
Turned out to be good in the 488.
Doesn't worry me in the 488 at all.
Yeah. So, and last question, you're a man that undeniably achieved a lot in his career. However, do you still have a certain goal, target, or a milestone that you are still striving to achieve?
I haven't achieved anything. I feel I'm starting now. I want to make the YouTube thing really work commercially, because it doesn't just yet, but it's getting there. Now washes its face. I would like to broaden our brand to have a website and maybe a magazine in the future. I would probably quite like to have a television show somewhere that was about the things that I want to be presenting about and my interest, not some Top Gear style show. But we're working on these things, and you might see something in the next few months.
Life is now complete. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
خلصت انترفيو مع كريس هاريس. عادة لما بطلع من قاعة للتانية الدنيا بتمطر النهارده، فعادة ببقى مغطي بقى نفسي وبالجاكيت وبتاع عشان ما تبلش، بس بعد الانترفيو خلاص مش حاسس اصلا بالمية. عندي حالة تبلد كده، معرفش، متنح، متفهمش.